What were the initial interrogations like?
We were blindfolded, sitting in a chair with people walking circles around us, asking us to write our life story on a piece of paper. It took about 2 months for the interrogation to end, but within a few weeks, they could tell that we had nothing to do with the American government or intelligence agencies or anything espionage related. And they said, you know, it's obvious you're innocent. This is just political.
Really? They admitted that? Even though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they found pictures, I guess, of a trip you took to Israel on your camera, and that, oh boy, this is bad news. Yeah. These are spies working for their...
Well, I mean, I think at some point, you know, the first couple of days, they weren't sure what, you know, what we were doing, and then it kind of shifted to being, it starting to feel like they wanted to prove that we were spies, even though they didn't know that we were. So any kind of piece of evidence they found, they wrapped into that story.
Right.
But ultimately, they told us they knew we weren't spies. And everyone in the prison, the guards, everything, told us they knew we weren't spies. But that's not what it was about at that point. Is we were stuck in this political dynamic.
And so you were high-value prisoners. Yeah. So there weren't beatings the way we might imagine or dread. But there's a certain kind of torture that comes with solitary confinement, right? So the two of you were eventually put together, which created enormous jealousy and sort of frustration. But describe, Sarah, what happens to the human mind and body in solitary? What are the stages?
Well, in the beginning, it was just total panic. I tried to calm my emotions by just going over multiplication tables in my head. Somehow getting into my more rational brain would, you know, reduced my emotional distress. After months, you're reduced to almost an animal-like state. I would compulsively pace in my cell back and forth, crouch down by the slot in my door, just listening for sounds to orient myself. I completely lost control and awareness of myself and screamed and beat at the walls of my cell.
You described forcing yourself not to look at a wall to see the beam of light that would come through the window because that was all the stimulation you had to look forward to in the day.
Yeah, it was kind of the way that we marked time. You know, the light would come through, it moves across the wall. You know, in the particular cell I was in, I knew that when it reached a certain corner, you know, the interrogators might come. And being alone, despite how much I hated being interrogated, I hoped that they would come every day because I needed interaction that badly. I was just trapped inside of myself.
You were given time together in an exercise yard, I guess, pretty regularly, and you decided, I'm going to propose to this woman. You made a ring out of what, threads of a shirt?
It was towel and underwear.
How romantic.
I had actually decided this well before that when I was in solitary, but you know, I thought when this is over, when we get out, I'll propose to Sarah. I didn't want to do it in prison. But we started getting kind of hints that Sarah might be released before us, and I didn't know how long it would be before I saw her again, so I thought, you know, I want her to know this and know that, you know, for us to be able to look forward to that, not just to this terrible thing ending, but to have kind of a new beginning.
And that's not what every girl dreams about, being proposed to in an Iranian prison, but did that carry you? You talk about that shield of love.
Well, the first thing that I thought when Shane proposed to me was that he beat me to it, that I'd been thinking of doing the same thing for months and months, and so I was a little bitter, but I was also elated.
No,
it did help. It helped a lot.